Let us start with the south-south zone of the country. In continuation of the anti-crude oil theft and other economic sabotage operation in the south-south zone of the country, the maritime component of Operation Delta Safe has recorded tremendous successes against economic saboteurs. Within the week under review, Nigerian Navy Ship Pathfinder Patrol Team, using drone, discovered an illegal refining site around Cotton Channel. The site had 2 metal reservoirs laden with an estimated 300,000 liters of illegally refined AGO and a large wooden boat containing 3.14 barrels of product suspected to be stolen crude oil. The wooden boat and products were dismantled while the site was deactivated. Additionally, Nigerian Navy Ship Pathfinder, in conjunction with Forward Operating Base Bonny, located an illegal refining site at Bill Creek with 1 tarpaulin and 2 metal reservoirs stored with about 60,000 liters of illegally refined AGO and 125.7 barrels of product suspected to be stolen crude oil. The storage facilities and products were dismantled while the site was deactivated. Similarly, on 16 July 2020, Nigerian Navy Ship Delta, the team from there intercepted 2 large wooden boats along a larger creek. The boats were laden with about 40,000 liters of product suspected to be illegally refined AGO and stored in polythene bags. The boats and contents were recovered to the base. Following closely to this, Operation Scam Waters and Swift Response on the 18th of July 2020 impounded petroleum products as well as arrested the boats involved in the illegal activities. Furthermore, within the week, Forward Operating Base Escravos Patrol Team intercepted a wooden boat without engine along Madango Creek, Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State. The boat, which contained an unquantified product suspected to be illegally refined AGO, was dismantled. Thereafter, the team proceeded to Jones Creek, the general area where another wooden boat without engine, laden with about 345.94 barrels of product suspected to be stolen crude oil, was discovered and intercepted. A look at the northwest zone of the country. In the northwest zone, troops of Operation Hadarindaji have continued with the aggressive clearance operation against the armed bandits. Within the week under review, troops of Operation Sahel Sanity in Shimfida village of Jibia local government area of Katsina State neutralized 17 armed bandits. During the operation, troops recovered 5 AK-47 rifles and 152 rounds of 7.62 special ammunition. On a sad note, we lost 3 of our troops. In the same vein, the air component of Operation Hadarindaji on 20th of July neutralized several armed bandits in Kagara Forest of Zamfara State. The mission was conducted pursuant to human intelligence reports indicating heavy presence of the armed bandits, along with a large number of roasted livestock in a portion of the forest, which was confirmed by a series of area surveillance missions. Additionally, within the week under review, troops of Operation Sahel Sanity arrested 8 bandits in Sokoto, Katsina, and Zamfara states. The emphasis here for us is that this we have already given out through press statements. I'm sure I'm correct, both from the theater and even from here. But it will be good to re-emphasize here so that the general public will know that we are working. And that is the truth. They need confidence. And I want to state here for those of you here that the reach that we have from here is not as wide as the reach we have from the northwest. Basically because of our base here. You are more here, and I want to commend you for that the moment something comes to you, give us 1 hour, it's all over the whole world. So that is why I thought it necessary for us to re-emphasize on what happened in the northwest for last week through this forum in a bit more detailed form. So please go through the press statement that I'm going to give you. It is in sync with what we have released so far, and that is the true situation. Forgetting about all other things that people, particularly I will call them, they may not give a name that they'll start taking me on here. Most people are journalists now in their own respect, without training. They'll just carry camera, snap, and then some can even clone pictures and do whatever they like, all in an attempt to frustrate our efforts, which me and you will have to assiduously fight. Now let us look at the North Central Zone. In the North Central Zone, troops conducted several ambushes, raids, clearance, and other operations at various locations, which resulted in appreciable successes for the period under review. Notably, troops of Sectors 2 and 4 of Operation Wild Stroke on the 16th of July 2020 carried out a raid operation on a suspected kidnappers' hideout at Tomayin village in Logo local government area of Benue State, following credible intelligence on the activities of kidnappers in the general area. Troops had contact with the bandits and neutralized the ringleader, one Zua Ike, while others escaped with various degrees of gunshot wounds. Troops also rescued 32 kidnapped victims, some of whom had been in captivity for over a month. Accordingly, all the rescued kidnapped victims were reunited with their families in different communities in Logo local government area of Benue State. Troops also recovered one AK-47 rifle, one AK-47 magazine, 6 locally made rifles, 1 locally made pistol, 1 magazine, 22 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, among other items, while the hideout was destroyed. In addition, several civil-military cooperation projects under Defense Headquarters-led operations were commissioned in Operations Wild Stroke and Safe Corridor areas of responsibility. These include boreholes in Guma local government area of Benue State, among others, 1 block of 5 classrooms renovated in Basho village, and a borehole each at Nkindero village in Nirigwe and Gagaonle village, a Fulani community, all in Basa local government areas of Plateau State. I want to emphasize on these civil-military cooperation activities that the Defense Headquarters is leading in the initiative. From best practices all over the whole world in operations, in missions, in war, you will need to do something positive that will impact on the people that you always reach out to provide it with information. You need to carry them along. You need to show them that you have cause to bear with them in their time of need. And we identify projects, things that we know that will mean to them, and we implement. It cuts across all the areas of our operation, from the northeast, northwest, southwest, and south-south. All of them, they are all doing it, but I need to bring this one up because these ones were commissioned. You give them the clips. They were commissioned yesterday, particularly the ones from Operation Safe Corridor in Plateau State, and then the ones from Benue State under Operation Wild Stroke. You should get the clips before you go, so that you can use that to buttress your story or your write-up. Now let us look at the Northeast Zone. In the Northeast, troops of Operation Lafia Adoli have continued to sustain the fight against the DHQ and ISWAP. Within the period under review, troops conducted several clearance operations, aggressive patrols and intelligence surveillance reconnaissance missions, as well as sustained air offensive operations. These operations led to the destruction of DHQ/ISWAP camp and neutralization of their commanders and leaders and other fighters. On the 15th of July 2020, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Adole launched coordinated air offensives on terrorist camp at Ngurigana village along Gulumbagana, Kumshe Aziz in the northern part of Borno State. The massive airstrikes led to the destruction of the terrorist camp, while several terrorists were neutralized. This needs to be emphasized in your reportage. Meanwhile, between 17th and 20th of June 2020, the land component of Operation Lafia Adole successfully conducted intelligence-based clearance operations that dealt devastating blows on the BHT and ASWAP terrorist elements in some parts of the Northeast. The operations led to the neutralization of 6 BHT members attempting to cross on the Cameroon border towards Sambisa Aziz in Borno State. Caches of arms and ammunition and other items were recovered, while several insurgents surrendered. Recall that earlier this month, 8 BHT/ASWAP commanders and leaders were killed by our gallant troops at Damasak. Furthermore, on 20th July 2020, troops of Army Super Camp 1, while on routine patrol along Maiduguri Damboa, were attacked by Boko Haram terrorists. However, the gallant troops supported by Air Task Force platforms provided close air support, neutralized several terrorists, and destroyed 4 of their gun trucks. Let me state here that of all the people, all the insurgents and terrorists, the elements surrendering or giving themselves up, their testimony is that they have been deceiving them, their so-called leaders, and that their leaders are selfish people, greedy people, and particularly for some of the females that confessed that gave during profiling, that spoke that what they are propagating is not what they practice. So it calls for us to let the public know that they are not fighting any just cause. It's okay. This one is okay. They are not fighting. So that I need to give you that, because you are not privy to that information as they profile them, as they come, and they are so happy. So those that say, so life can be like this. It's rather unfortunate that some of them had to be, will I say, coerced. The summary is that the message that should go out is that they don't mean anything good for anybody. And as such, we appeal and continue to enjoin the general public in that area to come forward with information that will help the cause of the Northeast operation, so that we can bring it quickly to an end the way that people expect. Meanwhile, I think I'm done with that. So, for a conclusion, the Military High Command commends all the gallant troops of the armed forces and personnel of other security agencies involved in various operations across the country for their doggedness and commitment. They are hereby encouraged to remain resolute and decisive in curtailing the activities of all criminal elements in the country. Equally, members of the general public are reassured that the Nigerian military will continue to tackle the security challenges to ensure that normalcy is attained in all the geopolitical zones of the country.